To understand when Naruto surpassed Sasuke, we first need to accept that during most of the classic part and the beginning of Shippuden, Sasuke was in the lead. Since the Ninja Academy, Sasuke had been the benchmark. He had better chakra control, better taijutsu, and the Sharingan. The first time Naruto caught a glimpse of his level was during their fight at the hospital. Naruto's Rasengan caused more devastating damage to the back of the water tank than Sasuke's Chidori did to the front. This was an important foreshadowing. Naruto's raw power was greater, but Sasuke's skill in applying it was superior. Their first major battle in the Valley of the End settled any debate. Although Naruto accessed the power of one of Kurama's tails, Sasuke, using the level 2 Cursed Seal, emerged victorious. He defeated Naruto and went his own way. Phase 1 result: Sasuke is superior to Naruto.
確かにお前は特別だった。だがな、俺はお前以上に特別だ。
Phase 2, the beginning of Shippuden. The reunion of Team 7 on the Tenchi Bridge was perhaps Naruto's lowest point. The Sasuke who emerged from training with Orochimaru was on a completely different level. He effortlessly overwhelmed Naruto, Sai, and Yamato. Naruto responded by developing the Rasen Shuriken, an S-rank technique. With it, he defeated Kakuzo, a member of the Akatsuki, something Sasuke at that time would probably have struggled to do alone. However, this victory came at a cost. The Rasen Shuriken was a suicidal technique that crippled Naruto's arm when used. Meanwhile, Sasuke defeated Orochimaru, fought Deidara on equal terms, and ultimately defeated his brother Itachi. After absorbing Orochimaru and awakening his Mangekyo Sharingan, Sasuke was once again on a level Naruto couldn't yet reach. Result of Phase 2, Sasuke remains superior to Naruto. The turning point, the Sage of Konoha, Pain's invasion arc. This is the first and most undeniable period when Naruto not only caught up to Sasuke, but surpassed him. After Jiraiya's death, Naruto trains at Mount Myoboku and achieves perfect Sage mode. This is not a borrowed or uncontrollable power like Kurama's. It's a perfect harmony between his own chakra and the energy of nature. With Sage mode, Naruto's attributes skyrocket. Strength and speed. He becomes capable of launching giant summons and moving faster than the paths of pain can react. Perception, he gains the ability to sense chakra across vast distances and predict attacks without relying on sight. Taijutsu, he masters Frog Kumite, a style where the very natural energy surrounding the user strikes the opponent, making defense nearly impossible. A perfect counter to the Sharingan's predictive abilities. Destructive power, he perfects the Rasen Shuriken, turning it into a ranged, devastating technique. Naruto's feat of defeating the Six Paths of Pain, an opponent who incapacitated Kakashi and destroyed the entire village, was something no other shinobi in Konoha could have done. Where was Sasuke at this point? Sasuke had just fought Itachi and was recovering. He had awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan but had little control over it and had not yet used Susanoo. The Naruto who emerged from the battle against Pain was, at that moment, stronger, more stable, more mature, and a far more complete combatant than the Sasuke who was about to join the Akatsuki. Even Obito himself hinted that Naruto was becoming the greater problem. Result of Phase 3, Sage Mode Naruto surpasses Akatsuki Sasuke. This is the first clear moment of surpassing.
ナルト？そのナルトってのがペインを一人でやったのか？
そうだよ。ものすごく強くなってる。多分今やったらサスケより強いと思うけどね。
Phase 4, the 5 Kage Summit and Kurama training. This period is a complicated one. Sasuke, now a member of the Akatsuki, invades the 5 Kage Summit. Here he pushes his Mangekyo Sharingan to new limits in real combat, awakening Susanoo from its ribcage form to the armored version, and using Amaterasu more aggressively than ever. Sasuke's destructive power became immense, but at a terrible cost. The use of the Mangekyo was blinding him and draining his stamina rapidly. Meanwhile, Naruto was on Turtle island, learning to control the Nine Tails chakra. As soon as Naruto achieved the first stage of Kurama mode, his speed and power surpassed the Raikage, the very same man who had nearly killed Sasuke. Therefore, Naruto's dominance from the pain arc was short-lived. Sasuke quickly escalated his raw power to a comparable, though unsustainable level. However, the moment Naruto mastered Kurama mode, he reclaimed the lead once again. Result of Phase 4, Sasuke's raw power reached Naruto's level, but his stamina was infinitely lower. Once Naruto achieved Kurama mode, he pulled far ahead again. Phase 5, the fourth great ninja war. From this point on, the balance of power moves in perfect sync. Kurama mode Naruto is superior to Mangekyo Sasuke. Sasuke obtains the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, eliminating his stamina weaknesses. I'd say Naruto and Sasuke are evenly matched at this stage. Naruto masters Kurama mode level 2 and combines it with Sage mode, once again surpassing Sasuke. Both receive the power of the Sage of Six Paths. Naruto gains Six Path Sage mode and the Truth-Seeking Orbs, while Sasuke awakens the Rinnegan. Naruto and Sasuke are equal in power at this stage. Their final battle proved it. They were perfectly balanced, yin and yang, and only an exhausting draw could settle their rivalry. Naruto's surpassing of Sasuke during the pain arc wasn't the end of the race. It was the crucial turning point that proved he was no longer chasing Sasuke. He was running alongside him.
Baga! 俺がお前を倒すんじゃねえ! 俺らで倒すんだってばよ!
お前をな、まだら。
Now let's move on to the battle theory. Sage mode Naruto, Pain Arc versus Sasuke Mangekyo Sharingan, 5 Kage Summit, Danzo Fight version. This is one of the most fascinating hypothetical battles because it pits two opposing philosophies of power against each other. Naruto's stable, mastered, and balanced strength versus Sasuke's raw, volatile, and self-destructive force. For this analysis, let's assume the following conditions. Naruto at his peak during the Pain Arc. He has access to perfect Sage mode, backup clones at Mount Myoboku for recharging, and the Elder Toads as support. Sasuke, at his peak during the 5 Kage Summit, he has Amaterasu, Kagutsuchi, Flame Manipulation, and his armored Susanoo with bow and arrows, as seen in his fights against Kakashi and Danzo. Abilities and weaknesses, advantages of Sage Mode Naruto, physical attributes, immensely superior strength and speed. Sensory perception, can sense chakra buildup from Amaterasu, detect attacks from blind spots, and feel his opponent's presence. Frog Kumite, his taijutsu bypasses the Sharingan's prediction since the natural energy itself strikes the opponent. Rasen Shuriken, an S+ rank technique that attacks on a cellular level, the perfect weapon to break through impenetrable defenses. Endurance, nearly limitless thanks to Kurama's chakra reserves and his Sage clones. Mentality, calm, strategic, mature, and focused. Weaknesses, time limit, Sage mode lasts only around 5 minutes per charge. Rasen Shuriken limit, he can prepare only a few, at most 2 per clone cycle. Advantages of Mangekyo Sharingan, Sasuke, Amaterasu, black flames that ignite at the focal point of his vision, nearly impossible to evade once locked on. Susanoo, a near absolute defense and an extremely powerful offense. High-speed arrows. Kagutsuchi, allows him to shape and manipulate Amaterasu into spikes or weapons, enhancing his defensive and offensive reach. Genjutsu, while not his main strength like Itachi's, his Sharingan Genjutsu remains powerful and potentially deadly. Weaknesses, stamina, extremely low. The use of his dojutsu causes intense pain, bleeding, and massive chakra drain. Vision, continuous use rapidly deteriorates his eyesight, reducing accuracy and perception. Mental state, unstable, reckless, consumed by rage and willing to destroy himself to win. This fight would be a race against time, and the clock favors Naruto.
何度だって!
認めてやるよ。俺の負けだ。
Scenario 1. Sasuke, being reckless, would likely open with his trump card, Amaterasu. Here, Naruto holds a crucial advantage that the 4th Raikage didn't, Sage Perception. He would be able to sense the sudden spike of chakra in Sasuke's eyes and the incoming danger, allowing him to evade just in time, much like the Raikage did, but without needing prior warning. Naruto's next move would be to close the distance for close quarters combat. In this area, Sasuke's taijutsu, even enhanced by the Sharingan, would be almost useless against Frog Kumite. The Sharingan can predict Naruto's physical arm movement, but it cannot anticipate the natural energy aura that strikes independently of his body. Naruto would completely dominate Sasuke in taijutsu, just as he did against Pain's Deva Path. Scenario 2. The Susanoo Defense. Forced to retreat, Sasuke would activate his ultimate defense, Susanoo. He'd attempt to keep Naruto at a distance, using Susanoo's high-speed arrows and Amaterasu to control the battlefield. This is where Rasen Shuriken comes into play. We've already seen what it did to Pain's human path, completely disintegrating him, and how it nearly destroyed the Naraka path as well. The armored Susanoo Sasuke uses during this phase is not the perfect Susanoo from the War arc. It's powerful, but it's highly doubtful it could withstand even a single Rasen Shuriken, let alone multiple. The technique's cellular level vibration is specifically designed to nullify defenses. No matter how absolute, Naruto, being strategic, would use shadow clones to create diversions, just as he did against Pain, and land a Rasen Shuriken on Susanoo, shattering the so-called absolute defense. Scenario 3. This is the final nail in Sasuke's coffin. Sasuke's greatest weakness at this stage is stamina. We saw during the 5 Kage summit that after only a few minutes of using Susanoo and Amaterasu, he was gasping for breath, bleeding from his eyes, and nearly blind. Naruto, on the other hand, is built for endurance. If his initial 5-minute Sage mode runs out, he can simply dispel one of his clones at Mount Myoboku and instantly re-enter Sage mode. He can repeat this process multiple times throughout the fight. Sasuke simply cannot compete with that. His only chance is to land an Amaterasu or a Susanoo arrow within the first minute of the battle. If he fails, and with Naruto's Sage Perception, that failure is extremely likely, then the fight is already over. Winner. Sage Mode Naruto. Mangekyo Sasuke is a glass cannon. He has the firepower to kill almost anyone, but he shatters under prolonged pressure. Sage Mode Naruto is the opposite, a strategic tank. He has the perfect defense, Sage Perception, the perfect offense to counter Sasuke's defense, Rasen Shuriken, the perfect hand-to-hand technique to neutralize Sasuke's predictive ability, Frog Kumite, and most importantly, the stamina to outlast his opponent. Sasuke's unstable mindset would only make things worse, pushing him to waste precious chakra on reckless attacks, while the calm, focused Naruto would simply defend, exhaust Sasuke's resources, and finish the fight decisively. Well, we've reached the end of the video. If you liked it, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and also leave a comment to help with engagement. Cheers, and see you next time.